Birthplace of Country Music in Bristol, Virginia, and I am here with Renee Rogers, who is the curator. And thank you so much for having us today. I'm so excited to walk through. Tell me, how do we get started?
Okay, well, we have sort of skipped the film because we couldn't sit here for 12 minutes watching that on camera. But basically, this is the area that's right after the orientation film, and it's this is focused on the story of the 1927 Bristol Sessions. So you have a lot of fun here. You get a chance to listen to a clip of every single song that was released from the 1927 Bristol Sessions. And what's really fun about that is not only can you look at it like my favorite artist is the Carter family, therefore I'll listen to all their songs. You can also say, I really love songs about drinking and dancing, and I'm gonna listen to those. So there's lots of different ways to approach the different songs that were released.
Okay, so by title or by artist or just
by theme.
Content.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. But you also get the chance to hear some oral histories from some of the people who participated in the 1927 Bristol Sessions. We have interviews from 5 different participants. You can listen to the difference in technology, what kind of difference it made between an acoustic horn recording and an electric microphone recording. Okay. And you can also listen to every clip from songs released from the 1928 Bristol Sessions when they came back to record here the next year.
It's some great information. I mean, you can spend a lot of time here just in the beginning, but let's move on and see what we've got going this way.
When you move on, you come into what is called this is our instrument gallery, and these are not instruments from the 1927 Bristol Sessions, and that's because those aren't easy to find. They're not out there waiting to be found. So what we did instead was pick out examples of all the types of instruments that would have been played on the Bristol Sessions tunes. So over here, you can see these are people who were influenced by the Bristol Sessions. So we have a mandolin that's signed by Bill Monroe, Earl Scruggs, Ralph Stanley banjos, and here are some of the really interesting instruments that played on the 1927 Bristol Sessions, like the fiddle and the banjo, harmonica. We actually, I don't know if you've heard of the bones, but they actually are bones, and you play them with your hands.
Nice.
And you can see in this picture what that looked like. But it's so people can get an idea of the instruments, since we can't show them the actual
Well, and that's when
instruments.
music was music, because that's all they'd had. They didn't have the synthesizers, and they didn't have all this electronics to boost all the sound. It was actually what came from the interest.
Yeah, and they were merging a lot of these instruments together to create this really interesting music.
Wow.
The thing about this museum is that there's actually 4 different sit-down film experiences that you can do here. One was at the beginning. We just passed one which is about the technical, stylistic ways that people were playing. But in here we have a chapel for our film, which is about the influence of faith and belief, the religious belief, how that was such a big part of the actual music that was being played. And for the audiences, it was a lot of the music from the 1927 Bristol Sessions is sacred music.
Absolutely. And I love how you get to walk in and you feel like you're there.
You are, and because the speakers are actually in the pews, you actually feel like you're surrounded by the music.
You guys have thought of everything. You've thought of everything.
And also, this is about the community and what that audience was. They were farmers, they were working in the sawmills, they were going to the general stores. So this was about that sort of community of music making.
And that's where the music came from. The lyrics all came from actually truth and what they were going through.
Yeah, they could relate to it. But this is the place where you really get to interact. And I know that you were talking about doing this earlier. We have a karaoke booth where you can sing 3 of the Bristol Session songs. You can mix some of the songs differently with like banjo or extra banjo, or you can do, let's see, if you pick one of them, you can do an old-time rhythm or an old-time melody, add that, which is a lot of fun.
Wow.
Kids love this.
Oh, I can imagine.
And you can also listen to a bunch of the different songs over there and see how they sounded when they were recorded in 1927.
Wow, and true surround sound here. You've got it. Oh, wow, this is
But
just
also
amazing.
see how different artists later played those tunes.
Wow, touch screen.
Yeah.
This is
so
nice.
It's very interactive.
Very nice. Going around.
This leads us to where the radio station is. So this is the working WBCM radio station in here.
And it's authentic.
It is authentic.
That's what I love. All of the equipment is still the older equipment, but you can see it worked well back then, still works well now.
It does, yeah. It's all been remastered and digitally enhanced so that it works in modern, to the modern standards.
I love it.
And it's pretty exciting.
And it's neat to see the timeline of how radio has progressed with all of the different, and it's so funny because I got to this Walkman and I went, oh, I remember that.
I think we all remember running around with our little headphones on. But
it takes you back to the day. You need to come to the birthplace of country music in Bristol. See Renee, get a walking tour. Come and plan on spending the day. Thank you so much. I can't wait to come back.
Well, thank you.
I really enjoyed that. Want to take my family back.
We need to go take more than 5 minutes to
go through.
See it, yeah.
We did. It's kind of like a hands-on museum for adults. You get to touch and feel and do.
Sing a little, harmonize a little.
Well, I can't do that so good, but I try.
But you're in there alone, so nobody knows.
Nobody knows. That's true.
We just think you're rocking it. Wow, look at her go.
I think I'm rocking it. Anybody else does. But yeah, Birthplace of Country Music. If you get a chance, go. Probably not today in the snow. Maybe
not unless you live within walking distance.
I know. That's true. That's true.
Hey, don't forget, we've got another prize package for you. It is all about the judges.
That's right.
Here come the judge. Here come the judge.
Go to our Facebook page, like and share that post to be in to win. We're going to be giving that away on Wednesday.
Ta-da.
A lot going on this week. We've got a busy week.
I don't know if we get rid of the snow. If you don't like the snow outside, be thankful that you weren't working on The Wizard of Oz, because on that movie, all of the snow was pure asbestos. They thought it was better than cotton because cotton was flammable. Little did they know.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
They all died young too, didn't they?
I don't know. I don't know,
There's no machines in here, are there?
I'd say that what's above us is
maybe not. We don't ask, right?
Just
smile and wave.
Yeah, after the show, we'll go up and see the wizard. Hey, one little tidbit for you. Tennessee has 10 state songs.
Yes, I've known.
Poor little New Jersey doesn't have any.
Doesn't have any.
Can't we just share? Can't we just give what we have?
The Tennessee Waltz is not necessarily our state song, but it's one of many.
I think it's Rocky Top for sure.
Hey, join in tomorrow. Changes Medical Spa is here, and body painting with Bryn Allen. Have a good